Well, hello, friends and strangers. I'm outside trying to make myself do some yard work. Don't mind my dirty window and my porch. I'm working on it. In fact, it goes along with my story. So, welcome to Share. That's our channel. And we're just sharing lots of light and hope and love. And I want to tell you a story. I got thinking about this and I need to share this with you. So, I'm one of those people where I am happy to help anybody that I can, but I'm not very good about taking help myself. It's just not in my genetics. So I've got friends and I've helped with different things. I've done victim advocate work. I've tried to help with as many things as I possibly can. Love doing humanitarian work. And I've had a couple friends that have said, hey, let us come help you. Let us do something for you. Heck no. I have a particular friend that she's always said, let me come and paint your cabinets or repurpose some furniture for you, because she is just phenomenal at it. But I don't want somebody in my messy house. I got too much going on, and it just never happened. I guess I don't want to say that I was proud, but I don't know. Maybe I just was. But anyway, I go through these little help dips every once in a while, and, we'll have to talk about that sometime. I've learned some amazing things, and when I go through this dip, sometimes it takes me weeks, sometimes it takes me months to pull out of it. And I was coming out of this really hard dip this year. It was pretty bad. And I was doing everything I can to be patient with myself. We have a hard time keeping up with our houses, those mommies that work, and we have a gazillion things going on and kids are involved with everything. So sometimes it's hard to keep up with your house just because, right? And then you wipe out a couple of months where you're just not functioning right. It makes things really hard. So my house was bad. It was bad. And I had started some projects before I had dipped out, which of course didn't get done, and it made it even worse, and then things pile up. And I was having a really hard time. And I just happened to be talking to this woman on the phone, and I don't even remember why or what came about, but I literally just kind of lost it and started crying and started telling her how I just couldn't get on top of things. I was trying to be patient with myself, and I was asking Heavenly Father every day, just help me get one thing done. Let me start on this room. But I have got a big house and a big yard. It just wasn't happening very fast. So through my stubbornness, I had, pretty much just ruled out the possibility of getting help from anybody else, and I'll just get it done. But at that moment, I realized I was not spending the time with my kids that they needed me to. When I come out of my dip, they're suffering too. They need my time. They need my attention. And there were so many other things that I needed to be doing spiritually. I needed to be doing for other people. And by having my house be such a mess and be so behind in things, I just didn't have the time to do it. So anyway, long story short, she came down to help me. She just showed up and says, we're going to help. And my playroom, we had swapped rooms around. Like I said, I started moving my daughter, and the playroom was just destroyed. And I remember her coming down here, and I remember thinking, she's not going to want to do this. It was so bad. And I still wasn't great. And so I started helping with it. We started going up and digging through things. And she was here all day. I mean, all day. She would not stop until it was done. And it wasn't just halfway done. I mean, everything. Baseboards were scrubbed down. Carpets were scrubbed down. Everything. I mean, we threw away 80% of the stuff up there because I'd had it forever. And I had some emotional attachments. I could not have done that by myself. And the amount of gratitude that I had at that moment was just, I can't even explain it. So here's what I want to say to you, is sometimes we are the people that are supposed to be the Lord's hands and feet and mouth, and we're supposed to help other people. Sometimes we're supposed to be the ones that are vulnerable and just let somebody else serve us. So I'm really grateful for that. What is it that you need help with? And what is it that you're supposed to be helping with other people? Because we have a hard time we get busy with our own lives, and we don't want to, we kind of don't want to push aside what we need to, but just be sensitive to that. This woman has got so many things on her plate. She needs so much help herself in some areas, and she took the time to come down and help me. She didn't ask for any money. She just says, I'm going to come do it. Of course, I paid her because that's just how I am. But I was so incredibly grateful for her. And guess what? That started a spiral effect. So I was going to show you just some little things. I don't like yard work very well. Especially when it took me a hard time, a long time to get going. And guess what? I ended up it's just spiraled. We got one room done, and then the next one, and then I cleaned out my whole storage room, and then we did my patio last week. I mean, it just like one thing after the other, and it took that one act of kindness to get me off my rump and be excited. So I was going to show you some little craft things, but I want to do that in another video, so I can do it separate. But I just wanted to let you know, sometimes be the service, sometimes let somebody serve you. There's my to share for the day.